We all have these big goals, right? Things we really want to achieve. Maybe it's getting that promotion or learning a new language or just feeling healthier. But have you ever felt, stuck? Wondering how people actually make those real, lasting changes in their lives? The answer, it turns out, is probably not what you think. It's hidden in the small stuff. I mean, who wouldn't want to change their life instantly? It's such a tempting thought, isn't it? This idea that you could just wake up tomorrow and poof, everything's different. You're a whole new person, totally transformed. And this fantasy, this dream of overnight change, it's everywhere. Our whole culture is obsessed with it. You see it in movies, you hear it in stories. It's plastered all over social media. The sudden breakthrough, the instant success story. We're basically taught to look for that one big break, that single lottery ticket moment that's going to fix everything. But here's the problem. Waiting around for that magical moment, it usually just leads to disappointment. Or even worse, it makes us do nothing at all, because we end up completely overlooking where the real magic, the real transformation, actually happens. So, okay, if the overnight success thing is mostly a myth, then what's the reality? This is where it gets really, really interesting. Let's dig into the surprising truth about how change really works. And this is really the choice we're facing. On one side, you've got the big one-time change. It's dramatic, it's exciting, it feels like a lightning bolt. But honestly, how often does that actually stick? Then you look at the other side, the small daily habits. They seem kind of quiet, almost invisible at first. But trust me, this is where the real power is hiding. And that really gets to the absolute heart of it. True lasting change isn't about one giant leap. It's the sum of all the tiny, almost unnoticeable choices we make day in and day out. That's the secret sauce. But you might be wondering, how can something so small become so big? How do these tiny little actions lead to massive results? Well, it all comes down to the compound effect. Seriously, think of it like compound interest, but instead for your money, it's for your life. For example, take 15 minutes. What can you really do in 15 minutes? It doesn't seem like much, does it? But what if you just read a book for 15 minutes every single day? By the end of the year, you've read more than a dozen books. That's the compound effect, right there in action. Or how about this? 20 minutes of exercise. We're not talking about running a marathon here, not some grueling 2-hour session at the gym, just 20 minutes. But you do that every day, and after a few months, the impact on your health, on your energy, it's absolutely enormous. These tiny inputs create these huge outputs over time. So this is what it all boils down to. It's not about mustering up the motivation for some huge one-time transformation. It's all about the slow, steady buildup of tiny, consistent actions. I love this idea that every single time you do a small habit, it's like you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Okay, so that's the theory. That's the big idea. But how do we actually put this into practice, like right now? This is the most important part. Let's talk about taking that very first small step. So how do you get started? Honestly, forget about some grand 5-year plan for a second. It's as simple as this. Step 1, choose one small habit. Not 10, not 5, just one. Step 2, start today. Not next week, not when the new month starts, today. And the most crucial part of all, step 3, just repeat it tomorrow. That's it. That's the whole formula. Because every one of those small choices, whether it's drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, or reading just one page of a book, or going for a 5-minute walk, it's a building block. Your future self isn't created in some distant, dramatic moment. Nope, it's being built right now by the tiny decisions you're making today. That's just how powerful this moment is. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Forget about changing everything all at once. Just focus on starting one thing. So which small habit will you start?